Okay, we're looking for manifold bolts. So there's the stock bolt. What that?
Too long.
It's almost the same. Close. Close enough.
Okay.
How about that one?
That's the same length.
No, it isn't. Shorter.
Okay.
Oh, it is the same. That looks like another one that's the same length.
And this one?
I bet you they're all the same. Look at that. Those are all the same, except for this one.
You don't think they're too long?
Probably. Here's another one of those. Look at that. Oh, I'm thinking we don't have any bolts right here to the right lengths.
Well, then we can
Except
just
that one right there.
run the Allens.
Look at that. There's the correct one. You got one more of those? If there's one, there's got to be two in that bag.
I don't believe in that rule.
You don't believe in that rule?
No.
Yeah, that's a chrome bolt.
Been proved
You
wrong.
you think we lucked out one time only? Or is it grade 8?
In my experience, yes.
I don't know.
Not too sure.
You know how many bikes we've been through this box of shit? We did a lot. Another one of those. There, look at that one. That one's a perfect one.
Well, why don't we put the Allens on the ones that slide and the hexes on the ones that are holes?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do. Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're going to use those two right there.
Okay.
Not those, are too long. So that means you're going to have to have a 12-point combo wrench coming out of that pile. If you got your own you want to use. So what we're going to do is, normally I have all Allen wrenches on these bikes. When you have Allen wrenches down here, you can't get to them. It takes a little like an S-style Allen wrench, really stubby. If you put a hex head on there, you can get to it with a hex head.
I think there is an
So we're going to pull these out.
Yeah, this is the tool, isn't it?
That has to be even more stubbier than that, but yep, see how it's bent?
Mm-hmm.
You know why I made it like that?
So it'll work?
Because that's what it needed to make it work. Now if you take that out and you put a hex head in there, but you go on your side, you got more access.
On what side?
Your side. I'm on this side, you're on that side. Hey, these look like some vintage lines here.
I'm guessing that's where the other shit hooks up.
Yep. Let's go. Pull it. What are you waiting for?
Pull this out.
Yes. You got access, I don't. It's on your side of the bike. So 12-point or hex head work good over here. And those are the short bolts. You can go 7/8 inch each on these things also. Those are 3/4. Go in about another 2 turns. That's good. About there. Okay, where's your other one? You only bring one? I got my bolt.
I think you got it.
No, where's the other Allen at? There's none on the floor over here.
I think you picked them all up.
Oh, I grabbed one.
I only had one too.
No, you didn't have the right one.
Oh, wait, no, it's right here.
I had my bolt. Where's your bolt at? Where's the one you took out?
Right here.
See, that's the one I need. We're going to put that right in there. Look how nice and clean those ports are. There's nothing in them dry in there. Look at that. No oil, no gas. They're dry. All they got is flaky ass powder coat in there.
Okay.
Good to go. All right. What else you got?
Manifold?
Manifolds. You got a manifold around here?
Right here.
Where's our tools at? I got my tool. Where's your tool?
That's over here on the bike.
Good. Good deal.
So does it go this way or this way?
So, it goes like this. You rotate these until they slide into those holes right there.
Okay.
Move that vacuum line out of the way right here. You slide that in there. That. He wanted to tighten the bolts up before I even got mine even near the bike. So you slide the manifold in, when it sits in there like this, and you wiggle around till the bolt lines up. I already got this one in. So take the other one, screw it in here. You put that thing up in the hole like that. Goes in there. And you take this nice long factory wrench. It's made to clear everything, see? You wiggle around so it falls in. And don't force it, it should just go in easily. If you force it, you're probably cross-threading it.
That's a Harley tool?
Yep. Well, it had a Harley label when it bought it. It came from Kent Moore. And in case you wonder who made it for Kent Moore, it's called Bundes.
Oh.
It's just a 12-inch long.
Ball end.
Ball end, 1/4 inch probably. I assume it's 1/4 inch. Yep, 1/4 inch. Okay, now I got mine in a little bit. Go ahead and pull yours in a little bit. So I'm about 32nd off the gasket face. How far yours are off?
About that much.
Can you kind of wiggle this a little bit, make sure it's straight. Seems to be all right. I usually like putting a straight edge up on here and make sure it's straight. So you go something like this. You look from the front, make sure it's straight up and down. The problem is this is in the way, so it's hard to check this stuff like that. If it's not straight, you can put a wrench in there, go like this, and bend it around a little bit. But be careful, you can break stuff. Is that easier than running that Allen?
Yeah.
So that's why I like using hex wrenches. They fit in the tight spots better. Oh, you figured out how to use it too. Look at that, he's flipping it over like he's supposed to. See, it has a perfect bend. So you're about equal, you're still way up in the air?
About equal. I'm getting snug. I'm just snugging this other side now, but not.
What's the gap between the head and the flange?
This side it's flush, but this side it's.
Shouldn't be flush, I'm not flush.
Well, it's not tight, but it's.
Not tight, not against it yet? Okay.
No, I'm just snugging them.
Yeah, just line and get them pulled in equally. Look at the massive amounts of bad flow to these motors. Stupid vacuum lines are always in the way. See, look at the mismatch in the port here. Look at that.
Okay, now they're pulled in equally.
Look how bad that mismatch is. Do you think that's going to cause any issues in there?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's terrible in there. Can't even focus on that. It's so bad. Get a bad flow. It's got horrible flow characteristics. How's the other one? Now the other one lines up pretty good, see? Look at that.
So this goes to the carburetor.
See, that one looks really nice. See, that's the problem when you use rubber for an alignment device. Rubber is a horrible alignment device. Look how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now they might have this head on the wrong spot too. If the head's way out, you know, it's way out this way instead of where it's supposed to be.
Check that.
Well, you don't think Harley checked that when they put it together?
No.
Now, did you tighten up yours over there yet?
No, they're just equally snug.
Okay, so I'm going to bring mine down until it touches. Okay, mine touched. Go ahead and bring your back one down until it touches.
It's touching.
Front one's not wanting to go much further, so that's good. Okay. You got,
Touch the front one.
yeah, I'll go until they touch.
Okay, it's touching.
Okay, now we have to have an Allen over here to tighten this up, so... Where's an Allen wrench? Got one?
Over there.
You need an Allen wrench. This one's right there. Use yours, I don't care. Grab me a 1/4 incher. So you have to try to get in here and do this, which is always fun.
Do you want the special tool?
This tool's not working.
Okay, there's the actual.
And that tool's made for the other side, so I don't think it's going to work either.
Oh. I don't see anything else in here that would work.
There you go.
Can't you put in a crescent wrench on this handle here?
Yeah, the problem is getting it in here to
No, a crescent wrench on the handle of this.
see how much movement you got until you hit the rocker box? You go that far and you stop. You rotate down a notch. Try to get some more something here to grab.
What if you put this
Okay,
in?
see how we got right here, but see we're hitting right here on this. You go a little bit further. Go back up here again. Moving against the rocker box up here now. So just don't give you much room to work with here. They purposely make this so it's really hard to get in here.
What if you just go like this?
No, you're not going to screw up my wrench. That's why I don't want to use my wrench for doing this. See, that's why you take wrenches and you screw them up to go in here. You make special wrenches because Harley made a stupid design. And you got to deal with it. See, usually you do it put them more together. The rocker boxes are not in the way like they are right now. So what we're going to have to do. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to take my wrench. We're going to put the ball in there like that. Then we're going to put a wrench on the end of this and screw up this ball wrench. We are not going to screw up this ball wrench because this one here is way more expensive than that other one. I'm going to use this right here. And we're going to tighten up with that. That's how you play with it. Go tighten it down.
The rear?
Yeah.
How about the front?
Look at the front on my side. Do whatever you want to. That was tight.
I'll say this one's tight.
Now balls like to round off, so you can only torque them so much.
I would say
So try to keep them as straight as you can. You get maximum holding power.
they're both tight back
Okay,
here.
that one just touched and now we torque it. Okay, that's in there. Yours tight?
Yes, I would say can't put them in anymore.
You won't go no more?
Not that I feel comfortable going.
Bottom down in there? She's tight?
I think so.
Might not leak?
I hope not.
Okay. Okay, where's your carbonator at?
Over here, doesn't it require a support bracket?
Nope.
Really?
It's called heads.
Oh, on the breather bolts?
Yep. Okay, a little bit of oil or grease or something.
There's some grease.
Grease right here. Get some famous green grease.
Here's the breather bolts.
You don't want dry rubbers.
No.
Okay, so now we take this. And we figure where all these fittings are that we don't have. All these lines.
Cable through.
So we need to find out where our fittings are at, which is our vacuum stuff. This is our choke right here. So,
There's
okay.
a bracket for it. Back here.
Okay, don't connect it yet.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta figure out where all these things are gonna hook to. So we have this one here.
Looks like it goes on a small nipple.
This appears to be a good one here.
Boom.
Goes right there. Okay, this one over here goes to VO switch. This is
Looks like it's
definitely
been
broken.
Cut off.
It's broken off. And where does it go to?
The VO switch is here.
Goes on that big one goes down that far?
I guess.
I don't know about that. I think this one goes over here. This one here has a bigger hole on it.
Will the bike run better without the VO switch on it?
Nope, runs better with it.
Why do they take it off then?
Who's they?
Everyone I've ever heard takes it off.
Because they're dumbasses. They don't know anything. Do you even know what a VO switch is?
I don't know what it is.
No, that's one problem.
What does it mean?
It's a vacuum operated switch. Guess what it does?
Operates the vacuum.
No, it's a switch that activates when vacuum is applied to it. Otherwise known as a vacuum advance. Look out. Okay, so I'm going to get this in here, behind that, down to here. Okay, that one goes there. Okay, what you got to figure your choke is at?
It's right here. Connect it?
No, I just want to see where it's at.
It's right here, but it
Okay.
seems a little tight.
I need a pair of dikes to cut this off. This appears to be damaged goods.
Do we need a vacuum hood?
It's a small ass little hole. It's hard to believe that's going to go on that big ass fitting right there, but that's really hard to believe that's going to fit there. I don't think that goes to that. I think that goes to a petcock. I think this is the one that goes over here. See how the angles look like it goes here?
Does this bike have a fuel pump?
Nope. Okay, that goes in there. So, under this tangled mess that you can't see, alright, so we had this vacuum hose here, which goes back to the smog canister, it looks like. Okay, I circled that up around there, that goes down in there. Now, I don't think it belongs around this one like this one is right now, but it doesn't hurt being that way. So that one went down the side of the carburetor, right here. Okay, this one over here is going on the hole that's right there, and then we have another fitting on the end of it because it tees off. And it's going that direction over to you. This hose right here.
Get it yet?
Push it toward me. Push it toward me.
There. Pushing.
Okay, that's going to go up here. And this probably goes to your petcock because it's probably a vacuum operated petcock.
It is.
If we're lucky, this is still going to be long enough to work. If it doesn't, then we have a problem.
I don't think the carburetor's in all the way.
It isn't yet, but it will be soon. Okay, now, next thing we got to do is get cables connected. You see we have access to cables right now. And once I shove all this stuff in there, we ain't going to have no access to cables. So I'm assuming these cables are probably pretty dry right now because you didn't put no lubricant on them. So they need to be lubed up. No, we're not going to use that stupid ass cable lube. We're going to go up front and grab some cable lube. So once you go behind the press up there, there's a green can called cable lube. It's on this bottom shelf there, right where you're playing around at. Okay, he brought out the bolts here that support the air cleaner backing plate. That holds us all together once you get to that point. So all these little things have to be hooked up before you stuff this carburetor back in this hole.
It is.
And we got a big ass hole here we're not using. Ooh, what's that called? Cable life. It looks like cable lube. Here, hold that. So we're gonna use some cable lube on certain applications that we don't know what they are yet. Now we're assuming that these are connected up in here.
I think they are. Yes, they move.
See, he's over here playing with the throttle right now. Okay, so we're going to have these thing right here. And take this other one over here. Keep losing the rubbers off of these. These are rubbers, see? Get those out of the way. See, this camera's way too close. It may be blown up, I don't know. No, it ain't blown up. It's too close. Okay, so these here go on here. Now if I put pressure on these and he rotates that throttle over there, they should go back and forth. Do you feel like they're working correctly? Yeah. Feel like they're connected up in there, don't they? Okay, I need a lube. So let's get messy here. We're just going to put a little bit of lube right here on the tape on the ends here. Finally got some out. Okay, rotate them all the way. You don't have to force it, just go a little bit. Okay, all the way. Hold it. Stop. Hold it. Get a little lube in there. Okay, go back and forth a few times. Keep going. You tired? Okay, that appears to be working. Okay, now we can go down here and hook these onto the carburetor down here, which is going to be the fun part.
Which one is which?
Pull is to pull and return is return. So which way do you want to use? The dingleberry you take off. We don't want that on there.
I'm guessing the one with the spring is the return.
Correct. Here's your spring. Okay,
So
so which
this
way
is the pull side.
So you work the throttle.
That's the pull side on the
So
bottom.
this is pull and that's yank back. So which one is which here? This is the
return.
springy dingy's laying down here where I can't see it. Okay, now you gotta make sure the springy dinghy goes inside where it belongs in here, because you're never gonna get it in there right now unless you get it in there right now. See? those unadjusted? Yes, they are. Usually what you do is I do anyways, I put it like this. Why do these kids fighting me so much? So they should be where they rotate out of the way.
The rubber came off again.
Did I lose my rubber again? Gotta have your rubber. Okay. These two should be interesting to hook up. How was I getting this one in first? This one, the pump rod is completely in the way. Here, can you keep this thing out of my face?
Yes.
Thank you. So we're gonna go ahead and activate the throttle. Let's get the pump rod out of the way. And lets me hook this up. And come up over here and hook this thing up into here. That one is in. That was the easy one. This one isn't quite as easy. Easy to go over there. Now, this one I need to get over here. So I hook it in. There's not enough free play to do it. There it goes. Okay, after you get it down in there, then you pull it up, stick it in this tube where it belongs. Okay, we have a lot of free play we take up there. For now, they can be made let loose. It's fine. Now, these are falling around, flopping around loose for some reason. They're not supposed to be flopping around loose. So,
I'm sure they go under the gas tank.
I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, but
Put a zip tie on it later.
I might prefer them to be inside of that rubber and slide that hose right there, but we'll have to figure that out later because right now I don't know where it goes. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and put the carburetor on the bike.
How about these?
Just gotta make sure all our stuff is up here when we get to it. It's got a sharp ass bend on that, which is not good.
Did any of our fittings fall off?
No, I think it seems to be anywhere it belongs. So I don't know where the petcock is on the gas tank. But if this thing pulls back this way, it's going to break it in half.
Should I get the gas tank?
And let's see, where's the petcock? Petcock's going to be way up here. Now I know where it's going to be. It's going to be right over here. So, all right, we just got to make sure we don't lose that line. Okay, go ahead and shove it all the way in there. Make sure everything is where it belongs. Okay, appears to be in there all the way. Appears to be clearing everything. Take up some slack out of these cables so they don't fall out. Let's see, we're taking slack out up here. Got a lot of slack in these things. Okay, yeah, we don't have much slack now. There's some slack right there.
You want the return to be tight, right?
Okay, it appears to be snapping back correctly like it's supposed to. Everything looks good. I'm going to slide our rubbers down here. These are actually supposed to be way the hell up here.
Oh.
Those are supposed to be right there. Okay, where's our air cleaner at?
On the table.
Ugh. Nope. Yep. And we need some screws to go with this. Screws are right there. Okay, what do we got for these other big screws? Bolts.
These are bolts.
These are bolts.
And what about these?
Is there any kind of gaskets or anything? Just go in here like that. We're going to need a socket to work this.
I don't see any gaskets.
What else you got hiding over there?
This filter element.
I don't need that. I ain't putting that on right now.
This
What?
cover.
I ain't putting that on right now.
That's all I'm seeing for this. I don't know what these do.
Looks like stuff that's supposed to go with this bike. So bring those with us. We'll have to figure it out. Okay, I need a socket for this here right now.
How about these long ones?
On what? Those look like gas tank to me. Okay, there's some tools. Okay, some screws. Need an Allen socket for this. Appears to be this one here. There you go. Okay. I got a bunch of stuff laying here. Okay, you can work the camera. I can't do anything at once. Where's your rubbers at?
Right here.
Okay, what do we got here?
Something.
I'm gonna guess those go on the end of the these things.
Ah, yeah, that would be the blow-by things, huh?
Yipper. Okay, so this goes on there. There should be a gasket there.
I think there is.
Good. This here is not being used because why?
I don't know what it is, so I couldn't tell you.
It's a snorkel. Because this is not a Harley Davidson original equipment piece. This is a Screaming Eagle part.
Oh, so that just don't.
It doesn't have that piece. It's not being used anymore.
Snorkel.
Snorkel. It's like a snorkel head, but different.
Do you want this thing facing you?
I don't know. You gotta see what I'm doing. I'm looking for a hole. There appears to be a hole right there. So you gotta find where all the holes are at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we need to make these holes line up, which is these things right here. It looks like they had a bunch of sealer or something on there for some reason.
Mm-hmm. So instead of having a little foo-foo snoot down here, they have it up
what
there.
a fake little breather.
It's barely got a hole in it at all.
You got a big ass hose they got, and they go down to that little
Dinky.
maple leaf hole there. Geez, I bet you these things don't run with the crap. I'd take a drill and drill that thing straight through is what I would do. Run out and drill right through that and make a real
You
hole.
think it'll help it?
Probably, but we don't know how much. Well, for now, we're going to make sure it has a hole. So you're doing a great job with the camera. So we're going to make sure this hole even goes through. I think it does go whole. It appears to go through. I've never seen an engine breather that small. That has got to be about the smallest.
That's about the size of the carburetor jet.
That is nothing.
Smaller than that.
How are you supposed to breathe through that? If I put one of those in each one of your nostrils, would you be able to breathe?
No.
What if I took one away?
What if it got dirty?
Oh, this thing must run like pure crap. Okay. That is a make-believe hole, that's for damn sure. Now the reason I got to put so much goop on there is because there's no breathing going on. Oh, that is stupid. Buell has a big ass 3/4 inch hole that goes in each rocker box for a big breather. That's how they do it. You might have to be in here to fix that or something.
I think that's an easy fix.
Open it up.
Yeah.
Need a flashlight?
You have one?
Yes, we do over there. Not in my pocket anymore. The carburetor's sticking out on the back for some reason. So I'm trying to get an idea where we're at on this thing. I can't see back there. Let's see if it's all the way in. I think it is. My plastic hammer. It appears to be all in. I guess it's like plastic and bows like crazy. It is bowing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot of bowing going on.
Not much of a support for the carburetor.
I can tell it's in there straight. That is a hell of a bow. Is the choke hooked up over there?
No, not yet.
Is it bound up over there?
It was earlier, before the carb was all the way in.
It was all bound up over there?
Now it's not. I mean, it doesn't really seem like it likes this angle, but it's not bound up.
Okay. So what do you need to do to make it work better?
A longer cable would work. The carburetor's all the way in and it's not cocked, then it's just a short cable.
What's the cable even at?
Right here. I don't think you can adjust this cable at all.
Oh, you're going way on the other side over there. That's a stupid location for it.
Yeah, I didn't put it there on purpose. It's just where it is.
So Harley does it.
Want me to tighten it?
Nope, I'm taking the carburetor back off. I'm not happy with how it goes together, so... Can't tell if there's anything wrong unless you take it off. So what's it hitting on over here? Anything? So you can't even see in there much as some crap in the way. Can't see the carburetor body, but it looks to me like it's in all the way. But
Yeah, it is.
sounds like it's in all the way. It's
Yeah.
hitting on something. I won't go any further than that.
And it looks straight.
Give me my straight edge tool. I think it's straight.
Which one?
Right there, the one you're screwing with. If anything, it's too far back. Yeah, it's back further than it needs to be already. So how's this made? This one's bent back. Looks like this thing's made to be bent. It has to have some spacers in between here and the head to be flat.
Yeah. Let me look in the bucket.
So is there any flat, big ass washers in there anywhere? It could be about 1/8 inch thick.
Maybe these? Are these for gas tank?
I don't know what those are for, but they're for this. So this thing goes on here. You lay against the carburetor, you can see the 1/8 inch gap between the head. Can't even see what I'm looking at here for you guys. So you get a big 1/8 inch spacer between the head and the backing plate. So the backing plate just bows around it because it's plastic. But see, right now it's flat. If you bow it, it ain't flat. The air cleaner won't fit right and it'll leak. So we need to put a spacer in. The carburetor's completely inside
Some washers.
there. I don't know if you can see it in the manifold, but it's all the way up in there where it belongs. So things are just not made to be correct. Typical Harley. Alright, so I'm going to go find me a couple spacers to use. I'll be back.